a very important component of the accelerator workshop of the Sustainable EDU framework policy architecture is the session on coordination and coherence. In any project, and special a cross-sectoral project like education, ICT, and economic development, the coordination and coherence between policies, between budgets, and other aspects are one of the most important and key elements of the successful project. To arrive to coherence and coordination between departments, it's very important to create cross-sectoral policies programs, to envisage department coordination, how the different departments can coordinate creating task forces or platforms, dialogue platforms, to involve the different sectors. It can be at the government level, then education, economy and finance, energy, because energy will be a key point if we have special, large, but even in a small education and ICT initiative. But if we have a large one, then we have to involve industry, private sector, we have to involve communications in any project to get not only the telecoms, but also the regulators or the Department of Communication on any government. Then this is only some of the examples where coordination platforms but are very important. But beyond that, it will be very important to coordinate with the media and to explain the project, the aims of the project, how people can be involved in the project. Also, it's important to have political dialogue, for example, in the parliament with the Education Commission or Communication Commission. And there are many, many actors in this process. The publishers, for example, in some countries they are private sector. Then it is a huge work, then coordination, not only in budgets and departments inside of the government, but also at all levels of the society. Then these projects, to be successful, need a big investment in tools to be developed, like what are the coordination tools, but what are the programs of these coordination tools, what are the roles. Then all of this is a key point for successful. And this session will focus to debate and to share information on solutions on these aspects. For this session, session 2, coordination and coherence, we choose 4 themes. The first theme is project reference documents. In the session 1, we include a global reference documents. In session 2, we look at the national, state, regional, local documents to contextualize the project. And analyzing these documents, it can be the development strategy, education strategy, or different other reference documents which can give or integrate the project in the strategy of the community where the project will be developed. The second theme is related to the dialogue structures. These dialogue structures are very important in the project to get feedback from the community and to fine-tuning or to adjust the strategy or the project. Platforms like organization platforms, like groups where trade unions, NGOs, private sector, other ministries, other structures, state structures can be present. Committees, the relations with other important institutions like the parliament or any other kind of structures which need a kind of very high level or a very technical, it can be very technical, committees to help the project, and it's part of the dialogue structures in the project. And task forces. I mean, it can be created a task force. Then all these structures are very important to create a kind of capacity of dialogue with the reality where the project is developed, and this is a very important part of the success of any project. Another theme we included in this session is cross-sectoral initiatives. Sometimes it's very difficult to coordinate budgets, even communication or regulations. They are different. If you have communication, you have education, budget, or any other kind of structure involved in this multi-sectoral project, because this is a multi-sectoral project, it needs to be coordinated. Then it's and work in itself to define. It can be related to the dialogue structures, but it's beyond that. It's necessary to align different plans, sometimes with long term, next year, in next years, and know where to invest in order to have a common plan. The last theme is information and communication, engaging the public. Sometimes even at state or government level, it's difficult to coordinate the message or to engage the different partners. Then this team will be an opportunity to analyze how this can be managed, how this can be done in order to have a very successful project. Just a final note on this webcast. This webcast is part of an accelerator workshop as a pillar of Sustainable EDU Policy Framework Architecture, a program to support the design and implementation of ICT education projects. Please feel free to visit the website of the program. The link is below in this slide, or contact us by email. It will be a pleasure and an honor to contact to get your feedback and even to establish a partnership to support any ICT education project. Thank you.